Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's game between Dartmouth High School Indians and the New Bedford Whalers. Before we start tonight's contest, we'd like to have a brief ceremony honoring our longtime coach, Mark Poirier. Mark was the girls' soccer coach here at Dartmouth High School for 31 years. In fact, Mark is the first and only coach in the history of the school until this season. In fact, he started the girls' program back in 1987. I reminded Mark that I was just a very young boy back then. As I look back at old postseason reports this week, I can almost see the program developing on paper. One of the questions that Mark had to respond to each year was, what do you hope to accomplish next year? After the inaugural 1987 season, where the girls finished 1-9, and scored only 5 goals, Coach responded, let's start a JV program, let's have scrimmages, and let's score more goals. So that's where things were at back in 1987. I won't do this for 31 years, but in 88, they were now 4-7-3. And his answer was, get a full-time JV coach and increase our winning percentage. One more year. Coach gets him to 6-6-3 in 1989. His answers, improved record, qualify for the state tournament, and expand the JV program. Well, they qualified for the state tournament that year, and then they went on to qualify for the state tournament 28 of the next 29 years. Anyone that's coached or anyone that's played knows how hard it is to get to that number some years, never mind every year. Seasons that included 11 league championships, including 8 consecutive OCL championships, and also a trip to the South Sectional Finals during his tenure. Coach Poirier is widely respected by his peers and was most recently named the 2017 Eastern Mass Coaches Association Division II Coach of the Year. And after all the seasons, the record, it's impressive. 339 wins, 154 losses, and 78 ties. As our coach, Mark was a true gentleman. Those of you that saw him coach know he had a great rapport with opposing coaches, officials, and was sometimes the first on the field to check on the well-being of an opposing player. He treated the game with respect and has always represented Dartmouth High School in a first-class manner. On a professional level, Mark was awesome to work with. There was never anything I should know about that I didn't. I always knew he would follow through with any athletic department initiative as if it were his own. And most importantly was his humility. He carried himself the same way in his 31st year as I imagine he did in his first. Personally, I'm going to miss Coach Poirier as our coach, but as he told the girls last week, or a month ago, he'll be around now, but he's just switched to being their biggest fan. Without further ado, on behalf of the Dartmouth High School and the Dartmouth soccer community, I'd like to present a plaque to Coach Poirier in honor of his 31 seasons.
Great.
Glasses. Well, I'll have to sound a little bit like a eulogy. So I hope it'll be a little bit better than that. So here we go. So as someone said when asked how long their speech should be, the response was, be brief and be gone. I hope to achieve that goal this evening. First, I want to thank the athletic director, Jeff Caron, for arranging this event and for the support that he has provided us for the soccer program and me during his tenure as head of the athletic department here at Dartmouth. Thanks to my parents who are here tonight, my wife, my daughter Kendall, my girlfriend Holly, my brother Brian is here tonight, and my sister Suzanne is here tonight with my niece Stephanie. They've been a constant support system in all my endeavors and a reminder of the importance of family as we try to make our way in the world. Special thank you to Scott Boudry and Jeff Royal who have added so much to the girls soccer program as assistants at the JV and freshman levels respectively. And finally, thanks to all of our former Dartmouth girls soccer players who made the trip to Dartmouth to reconnect with the girls soccer program. That's how they always sounded. Their presence here reminds me how much enjoyment the game of soccer brings to those who coach it, as well as to those who participate in the beautiful game. Many of my memories over the years that I have coached the sport of soccer revolve around seemingly small moments. Soccer games at night. We'd always have night games, always a thrill. Singing on the bus, lollipops, gifts to give, team banquets, and the soccer Olympics. Some of these will make sense to many of you, and some are unique to us as coaches in our interactions with the team. Then there are the relationships with a vast number of fine individuals. Some of them are with the players that you see here tonight. A number of those relationships are with opposing coaches, like Coach Nojera over here from New Bedford, and a former soccer player over there as well. And a precious few are with those who I am fortunate enough to call friends, who helped with the job of steering the soccer program with me, particularly over the last 15 to 25 years, and you know who you are. When I explained to the team several weeks ago that I was retiring, I pointed out that this would merely be a shift in focus. I would be going from the title of varsity or head coach of the Dartmouth girls soccer program to the title of, yeah, Mr. Karen stole my thunder, #1 fan. Now, I am sure that there are some here tonight who might debate me for that particular title, but they cannot make the claim, as only I can, of being the team's top supporter in the town of Carver, Massachusetts. Despite this change, the program appears to be in great hands since all three teams are off to a great start this season. I apologize if not been brief enough, but let me finish by saying this. Coaching to me has always been a form of teaching with the goal of showing improvement in whatever is being coached or taught. However, many of the lessons that we learn in the classroom or on the field have less to do with the subject or sport, but fall into the category of transferable skills. As coaches, we have tried to encourage and model hard work, poise on and off the field, treating others with respect and dealing with adversity. These attributes are important in other arenas besides the field. The returning players that you see here tonight, this evening, have modeled those characteristics as players for DHS, and we believe they carried them beyond the walls of Dartmouth High School, just as I am certain that the current group of players will do in the future. They are the best evidence that athletics can play a major role in the overall development of young people. In whatever small way I may have contributed in this regard, I can only take credit for being the messenger. It is the players who were receptive to our instructions and tried their best to do what we suggested. It has been an honor and a privilege to be a Dartmouth soccer coach for the past 41 years. Thank you for your presence here tonight to support both these teams and to indulge me in a few moments of reflection. Now on with the game.
At halftime, we'll take a photo with any current or former players that are here out on the field. If you stick around at halftime with Coach